Hello everyone and welcome to episode 20 of Mad Max. As always, we expect to jump directly in, and in the last episode that we did, I was a little bit mystified by why does Max care about going into this race? And it didn't occur to me until we were talking about it between episodes. This is almost certainly where he's going to go in and get the better engine for his car, which has probably been exhaustively covered in the sort of setup for this whole thing, in the plot, but the plot points happen so far apart. As complicated as the storytelling in 13 Sentinels is, the other game that we've been playing a bunch of, the story continues to come at you. Like, you either learn to comprehend... Oops, hold on, there's a place that... I didn't realize there was a plot line here. You either find a way to deal with the plot of 13 Sentinels, or you will just be entirely lost, because it's going to keep happening whether you engage with it or not. In this, it feels like you can go, and this is not a criticism, it's just a sort of critique, not even a critique, just a description of how it is. The plot points in Mad Max can come 15 hours apart from one another, and I am discovering that I don't necessarily have a really great memory for what happened in episode 7, and this was not nearly so long ago. Hello to Mia and Caroluna. Wait, this mission has to be performed without the magnum opus, so make sure Max's shotgun is upgraded. Well, it is fully upgraded, so let's go do it. Thank you for the warning though, game.
We're done prepping. My children are ready. The long journey awaits.
They won't even make it through Dead Baron's Pass.
I would ask you one last favor. The way I see it, only you have the skills and experience to get the truck through the jaw. Once we're safely out, my children will assemble the ship and set sail. What do you say?
Not for free.
You'll be rewarded.
Hello to Blah-Blah-Blah. Okay, transport the Dune Vessel Carrier to the launch point in the Great White. The Dune Vessel Carrier added to the vehicle collection. All right.
The truck is set up outside with the dune barge and all equipment packed in tight. Good luck, traveler. We all need it. My children will meet you and the truck at the edge of the Great White Sea.
I'm going to follow the Mia advice about trying to take a few screenshots as we go. All right, so I've got full bullets, so I'm good there, and I am headed here. All right. I'm not afraid to announce, I have no idea what this truck represents. I don't know why it's called a launch bed truck. I honestly have no idea. And hello to Grumpy. Sorry, I want to read chat, but I also don't want to run this unique vehicle off the road. Then we get a chance to go back like it's Desert Bus. Oh boy. I love God rays. I love the shadows, the shafts of light that are cast down through clouds. I actually once sent Mia a photograph of that in real life. Or did I text her about it afterwards? Either way, I no longer have the photograph, but there was this one time that it was this heavy, overcast cloud cover, but this one space down over in the horizon where the sunlight had broken through, at an angle, so it just had this incredible light show of just the rays coming through, and it looked astounding. Oh my goodness, everybody is here. Hello to Grumpy, hello to Ricardinho. If I didn't already say blah, hello. I hope you guys are all having a great Monday. At a very productive Monday. That is usually the best that can be said about Mondays. It's going to be a very, very busy week, and since I don't know what the whole week is going to bring, I wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to... This was a much more uneventful drive than I thought. I thought that we'd get...
the pass.
Accosted. But yeah, figured it was a smart idea to stream while we could. Alright. I don't know that I'm too worried about these guys yet. This vehicle has a lot of mass. I'm actually taking my, All right, see you later. I'm actually taking my foot off the pedal a whole bunch here. Also, where am I going? Wait, where am I going? Oh, way the hell over here. Okay. Yeah, so suddenly, wow, am I happy that we cleared out all this area. Like what beyond whatever's scripted, I don't anticipate to have too much difficulty here. And I bet that there's some conflict scripted. But it's going to be way easier to deal with. Bobby Blessing, Angel has RTX in real life. How much did that cost? Well, I would very much like to make a joke about some percentage of my soul, except I'm oddly superstitious about that specific thing, like making deals like that. So, it's like one of the few things. You know what? I'm a little bit superstitious about making wishes or about trading away things that are intangible that I can't actually tell if I've lost. And of all things, oh boy. Yeah, see, this vehicle is, it's got a wide turning radius. It's got a lot of momentum to it. Ricardio will be lurking a lot today. Is that, Mia, because you are... Oh, sorry, Ricardio. Is that, Ricardio, are you working on a new video project of some kind? For anybody that's not aware, Ricardio has A, recently hit affiliate, which we're very, very excited for him about, and B, also tends to put together video montages of things that happen in games that he plays. And recently he's been playing Cars, as in the video game based on Pixar's Cars, as well as Fortnite. And I'm trying to remember if there's something else mixed in there too. Boy, somebody took an interesting turn on what they've been playing. Let's see, Jägermeister's been playing Oxygen Not Included. Caroluna's been playing some TerraTech, which I've greatly enjoyed watching both of those. Somebody just mixed it up a little bit. Jason McMaster's been playing some Tales of Arise interspersed with some of his, what's it called? Escape from Tarkov. Grovy's saying you can always spare an arm and a leg. I actually, every once in a while, I have no particular intent on losing any limbs or even digits, but every once in a while I do think about, like, you know, if I'm struggling to pick something up, if I'm, like, doing mountain climbers or something like that. How quiet of a drive is this, by the way? I will sometimes think, what if this moment right now, the one that I'm actually in the real world, is a dream, and I'm only remembering what it was like to have arms or legs, and any second, this will be the dream from which I awaken and remember that I'm missing that arm. And it will have felt so real. It will have been so present, this physicality of having these, you know, all of my appendages. Can I just ram this? I mean, I can. Was it a good idea to do so? You know, am I a man or am I a butterfly who dreams it is a man? Yeah, that sort of thing. Except being in a different position in life. I really want to read chat, but I cannot drive this thing.
I think I see it. Up front.
Boy, this if that was the mission, I really crushed it. Look how good I am at following waypoints, everyone. Oh, right, the sale that they wanted. Okay, I get it. I recognize this now. Ooh. Hello to Sam Melander, who says, I always thought you were the best waypoint follower. Great angle. I wish them well, but that journey is doomed to fail. Very few survive the big nothing. At least I did my part. So the big nothing is sort of like where the ocean used to be. You know, like he's in Australia. It's if I was to guess, the big nothing is either the Pacific Ocean getting over to the United States, or possibly, and I'm terrible at geography, whatever body of water it is between Australia and, say, India. Grumpy is fighting sleep. Carolina says, I see that a couple games on my wish list are on sale for 42 NOK. I wonder if I have any choice. Yeah, I wanted to take a look through this week's sales as well, because like there's some Konami games on sale, and I think it's Konami. I think I saw that. Konami doesn't make games anymore, so it can be fun to look through their back catalog to find things that used to be good. Riceling meowed all night, says Grumpy. Stupid cat. And then More Than a Meal wants to know if he's okay. I bet so. Sometimes cats just get it in their heads to growl. Okay, the Dune Vessel Carrier. If I ever want to reenact that journey, I will be able to do that. I can't possibly imagine why I would, but that vehicle is now officially part of the fleet. Norwegian kroner, which is what we use in Norway. So, Carolina, I'm just curious. Like, there's no reason that you specifically will have read this book, but I'm just curious, because it was such an international bestseller. Have you personally read, I can't get this vehicle, can I? It's got 4 wheels. Do I want this? Can I take this vehicle too? Oh, well, I've got no other way back, so I might as well. Have you personally read The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? And if so, did you find it to be, I actually don't remember exactly what country it was in, except that I'm relatively certain that the currency described was kroner. Samalander is highly voting to steal the truck. Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. I wanted to see also what Ricardinho had said, so I'm just going to pause for 1 second. Ricardinho says, thank you so much, probably for the shout-out. That, and in an on and off call with my friend about them emotes, badges, and arts and stuff. Oh, that's awesome! Ricardinho. I can't wait to see what kind of emotes Ricardinho comes up with. So, I could fast travel, but let's make sure that we get this. It did not say, I should note, it did not say when I got into this that I saw that you can add this vehicle to your fleet. But you'll get this one. Grumpy saying he decided last night was a good time to freak out at the shadows, so he meowed. Now they have all slept all day. Bet they'll be off the chains tonight. Samalander says, I watched kitties most of the morning. They slept. It seems to be a cat's job to sleep. I often wonder, like, we try to make sure that our pets always have things to do if they choose to. And also, I think that dogs in particular, I think this is often true of a lot of animals, but dogs in particular should best be thought of as a battery that needs to be run dry before nightfall. Like, dogs have a certain amount of energy that it is very important that they expend, either by running or chewing or fetching or playing or like whatever. There has to be like there's just an amount of energy that has to be moved from dog to world. And if you don't do that, the dog is not going to have a very happy existence, and is much, much, much more likely, by the way, to act out. Training is important, but also just sort of like, oh boy. All right. Sorry, we're going to have to bring this to an end. Oh, no, don't... Oh, okay, no, those were bad guys. I thought that was a group of survivors. Like the guys that want water. Okay, I am going this way. Yes, turn. Oh, my God. I promise... I'm trying to F-Zero this where I sort of get aligned properly and then stop turning. Okay, fine. There, happy? Oh, God. Turn! I'd probably have a way easier time if I just hijacked their car, but I'm kind of committed to this now. Ugh. Carolina is saying $1 US is equal to 8.6 Norwegian kroner at the moment, apparently. So if Steam has honored that exchange rate. What did you say, Carolyn, like 40 kroner would be pretty inexpensive by the standards. Now, here's the problem. Steam and a lot of other online retailers, don't accurately reflect the exchange rate a lot of the time. Okay? That was not even close to what I was hoping to shoot at. Okay, but dial it in. There we go. $42. And so Sam Melander's doing the math and says, so 42 kroner comes out to about $5. Which I probably should have been a bit swifter to divide 42 into 8. Or 42 by 8, I should have said. Now, we're heading to this this old ship because, first of all, I have an opportunity. Like, maybe I'll get to keep this vehicle. I kind of don't think that I will. But then we've sort of, like, made the whole round trip, and then I'm going to fast travel up to wherever the next mission is. I'm kind of... I should probably announce, I'm kind of feeling like at this point in Mad Max, I'm not going to stop doing things as they become available, but I'm feeling kind of motivated to do the missions. As opposed to this sort of more organic wandering and, you know, I'm motivated to get that V8 engine specifically because I'd like to have some time to drive around with it and do stuff as opposed to unlock it so late that the only thing I get to do is drive towards the end credits. All right, so we've done this. I should be able to fast travel. Oh, let me take it out of fast travel. Okay. Take it out of fast travel mode. I do want to do this, though. Like, there's certain things that I would like to do, especially since that has survey parts. But can we do... Where's... I think there was at least one more mission. Am I misremembering it? Here's one. Fumehead's debt. All right, so if I want to do this, I probably... Oh, and I'd like to do this as well. Yeah, see, the main locations, those I have a lot of fun with. There's some exploration. There's some destruction. All right, yeah. I'm going to set a waypoint here, and we're just going to do fast travel to here. Jalen is saying, well, it's 40% off the games are not all that expensive anyway. You know what's weird? And others have pointed this out. If I see a $60 game that I can get for $40, I say, wow, what an awesome deal. I'm going to grab that up. If I see a $40 game that I can get for like $37, I'm like, I can wait. You know, I'll be back to it. It'll go on a deeper sale. And it's like, it's such a wrong way to be looking at it because it would be easy for me to believe that the publisher that published the game at $40 said, this is a fair price for this, rather than selling it for $60 for 1 week. Like, this is what Ubisoft does. Ubisoft will sell an Assassin's Creed game for $60, and then inside of a month, like in less than 30 days, have it out and available for half price. Last year, I made the gamble, or the announcement on stream, I am not going to pick up Assassin's Creed Valhalla right now because I'm betting that I can get that and Phoenix Rising each for half price before the end of the year, and I did. And that's like, those games launch in like October or November. Like, those are late in the year games. Let's just make sure there's nothing here. Nah, I don't care about scrap piles. And I might also do the ground killers abound. The mine missions, because I do like the idea of getting Dinky D out of his cage. Yes, I'm saying the perceived price problem for publishers. Whoops. Oh, right! That's right. This thing kills the shit out of me. I don't have a solution to this yet. I guess... No, that still doesn't work. Back up. Go forward. Okay, but don't hit that. Okay. So, I've never needed to deal with these things absent... Oh. Well, yeah. I can just... Alright, hold on. I snapped my tether. Alright, what we have to do is we have to back up, because the reverse engine is not going to be sufficient. Okay. Yeah, that's where I was hoping to be. Okay. Back her up. But not that far. Okay. Grab it. Okay. Sure. All right, and before we go any further... Oh, boy! Okay, before we go any further... No, get out! I really thought I could thread through there. Oh my goodness, Grumpy just asked Samalander if he's feeling better, and I completely neglected to ask about that. Yeah, Samalander was a big part of the watch party that happened in Mia's Discord yesterday for the, not the most recent, I was about to say. We watched episodes... no, 9 and 10, wasn't it? Samalander, correct my math, is it 9 and 10? Of Samalander's Battletech watch party, and I talked to him a bunch there about, like, you know, hey, are you feeling okay? Are things on the mend? And they were. So I'm glad to see in chat that apparently he is yet better than that. Whoops. I am trying to get up there. Yeah, for me, it is Samalander saying that customers assume that there'll be a sale. So then they wait to buy until there's a sale. Yeah, I'm not exactly enthusiastic about it from a consumer standpoint, but I do have a lot of respect for the Factorio crew. Because for Factorio, they said, our game is $30. It's not $29.99, and it's not going to be on sale. It is $30 American, 30. That is what you pay if you want to play... Factorio. And as others have pointed out, there are options to find ways to get it for cheaper. But there, no sales, no time, it's $30. I feel in its own way is actually pro-consumer, because it makes it clear that whether you bought it, you know, the first moment that it hit $30 or years down the line, the people that were early investors, early adopters of the game, they didn't get ripped off, right? Like they don't have to feel foolish because they bought the game and then didn't wind up playing it as much as they might have expected. It's always $30. So I actually think that it's a pretty neat way of doing business. Samlin does say it was cheaper when it wasn't fully developed, so early access people who funded the game got it cheaper. Yeah, and that's another fair way to do it. Like, hey, we're selling you a game that isn't done yet. Pick this up, please. But if you want to buy it for what it is right now, we'll give you a discount. Okay, I'm just letting you know, I hit at least 2 of those counters. Oh boy. Now that, see, I do like to point out when I feel like I did it and the game didn't pick it up. On that dodge, I full-on flubbed the dodge. That was me, not the game. Oh, wait, did something happen? Okay. No, I went to look at chat real quick, so I thought the fight was over, and then I heard like a oof. Similar says, and it gives the devs tool to say that cheaper keys have to be stolen because they don't have sales. Yeah, one thing that Mia and I have talked about on occasion is there's There's legitimate third-party sellers like Green Man Gaming. They have active partnerships and directly link in with Epic and Ubisoft. Oh, that was interesting. The sound completely cut out for a second. Epic and Ubisoft and Origin, so like you can redeem your keys directly through those companies if that's what works best for you. Okay, now it's feeling a little bit odd. I thought that maybe the first one was just Max had actually gone slightly deaf from the proximity of the explosion, and now it just feels like a bug. Goofy's gonna go see a cow about a cat. Well, I hope it all works out. And that Moo is doing well. Okay, so apparently we're done with explosion sound effects. Boom.wave. Cannot be found. They used to get money out of the disreputable key sellers. They used that to get money out of one of the were they selling like basically stolen copies, or rather copies bought with stolen credit cards? Because that's the whole scam, isn't it? That a credit card gets stolen, the stolen credit card is used to buy a whole bunch of game keys, which ultimately cost the thief nothing. The keys are then sold through one of the gray market sellers, not Green Man Gaming or like some of the others, and in the balance, and then the credit card company comes along and charges back all of it, and by the way, charges it back to the developer and publisher of the game. I think the publisher specifically, but like it is it's very, very harmful to the developer to have all of those chargebacks on sales that were never made. It comes directly out of them. I don't remember the name of the company, so I don't want to say the wrong one, but there was some coverage of companies saying, we would actually rather you pirate our games instead of buy from one of these gray market resellers. Okay, I don't think that I can do very much with this. Yep, G2A. I think Cara Luna has it. Yeah, I was actually thinking of a different company name, so I'm very glad that I didn't say anything, because I don't want to, like, slander the wrong company.
This is what you want. Come and get it.
But yeah, that's what I was going to talk about, that there are, you know, just third-party sellers like Green Man Gaming or Humble or Gamersgate. And don't hear that wrong, Gamers with an S at the end of it. Gamersgate is, I think, a British company. Oh, I want that insignia. And then there's the gray market resellers, where, yes, you're probably, and I do underscore probably, getting a legitimate key for this game, but that legitimate key was purchased illegitimately, so even if you wind up getting it, and getting it for a good price, you are actively hurting the company that is going to get it. And that key might get rescinded, so yeah, anything like that, I stay very, very far away from. Sam Lynn says, not only does it come directly out of the publisher, places like Steam still keep the 30% cut, so a stolen key costs devs 30% of the purchase price. Yeah, it's a bad deal for sure. Oh, that was just me hitting the wrong button. Okay, I would dearly love to do this. Okay, are you... Sorry, I don't know what Max is doing for me. I'm also holding A. Oh, wait. Mia's saying that Auspicious Angel doesn't want to talk about the circle. So, Mia and I watched episodes 1 and 2 of the American version of The Circle that is on Netflix. And when I describe it as being a social media-centric reality television show, 90% of the viewing audience just unsubscribed and unfollowed. I do not want to hear about this. But as we discovered, The Circle is actually a very, very engaging show with very vibrant personalities. Like here's the way that the show is structured. So it's set up in an apartment building, and each person has their own little flat, their own little apartment with a few rooms and a bathroom and a kitchen. And at no point do they, I assure you I see that door. I'm just figuring out what I can do on this side of that door. At no point do the contestants ever directly interact with one another. They are to stay inside the apartment, so they're not allowed to leave or go anywhere. But they are able to communicate with each other through text messages and emojis, and every once in a while they're allowed to update their profile picture so that they can share a photograph with the others of who they are, or in a couple cases, who they are not, because due to the anonymity of the setup, at least a couple people have opted to provide pictures of people other than themselves and to adopt a fake persona. And what is very interesting about it is, first of all, they've got like little games and stuff that they'll play through the text chats. They'll have little activities that they do, or little challenges that they'll do that gets them interacting with one another. But what's really interesting about it is seeing them try to deduce what the others are like and what kinds of relationships the other people have with one another, and where they're pulling this information from. Like sometimes it's just a few lines of text, and to me they read as completely ambiguous in terms of like lettering on the screen, but they'll take a look at it and say, oh yeah, those two those two are really getting together. Like those two definitely like one another. And I'm like, this seems like just vague pleasantries to me. I'm not sure where you get it. Samlin is stepping out to go eat supper. Carolina says, I ate 4 carrots half an hour ago, yet I'm so hungry. Wait, 4 complete carrots? Like, not carrot sticks, but like the whole carrot? Because that is a lot of matter. I like carrots. I like tomatoes. I'm a big fan of V8. If you ever look on the store shelf and say, who is this for? Who drinks this vegetable slurry? That's me. I am the person. I am the person for whom they make V8. Love it. I especially like spicy hot V8, which I've been told is just V8 with like some like horseradish sauce in it. Sorry, I'm looking for the other tanks because I apparently walked past them. So here there is an explosion required. I do know that there were some boomsticks around, but the trouble is I don't remember where they were relative to where I am. Let me look around here, because I'm just very, like, that light over that depression right here makes me think that I should be able to toss something through there. I mean, I could just walk around with it too, but really seems like it's trying to draw my attention. And I see nothing at all that I can use to make an explosion. And Caroluna says, I'd say that they are complete carrots. Me is also saying of The Circle, I went into it gritting my teeth, and by the end of the first episode, I had to ask Shiv to get me a cup of tea because I couldn't pull myself away from the monitor. Yeah, it is. So here's the thing about reality shows. You have to get past the first episode or two. I have never seen a reality show that didn't open on a group of people that were incredibly grating. Because what's happening, and Mia and I were interacting about this, I bet there's a an insignia over there. See the bright red light? What's happening is this is a group of people that just went through an extensive casting process. And the way that they got through casting was by going in and saying, hey, everybody, yeah, I am here and I am the person that you should cast on your reality show. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to be high energy. I'm going to be fun. People are going to love me. Your ratings will be there. And that's what they have to do to get through that process. So when they get cast, they're oftentimes still in that mode. They're still in loud, boisterous, everyone look at me mode. And it takes some time to chill the fuck out. So a lot of times you're not gonna know what a reality show is like until you've gotten past the first 3, sometimes 4 episodes. So what you're looking for during that time is, what's the premise of the show? Do the rules make sense? Are there people here that I think I could, like, learn something from or learn something about? So that's what you're sort of looking for, because after a few episodes, after a few hours on, you know, as part of a production, a lot of them will just relax. And they'll go back to being regular human beings that talk and act like people do, and then you can sort of get a sense for it. Ignite. But what was interesting to me is how quickly that happens on the circle, which is, you know, it's the first episode basically covers their first day as contestants, and it goes on for a while. Like, you're like, oh my god, like why are these people still wearing the same clothes? And then at the end you're like, oh, because this was all happening in one day. But it is interesting how quickly they begin to transition. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot this with my gun. Oh, I can probably shoot the tanks with my gun too. I'm running around looking for explosives, and yeah, I keep forgetting I've got a firearm. Jump. All right, and the last tank, oh, and insignia are over here. How do I get up there? Probably, like I can't climb this ladder. If you're thinking, why doesn't he just climb up there? Because it's above Max's shoulders. He can't reach his arms up above his head. See that vest? It would make it very difficult with all that armor to, like, reach up slightly. Mia says it's a, oh, sorry, Carolina says it's a reality show. How would the rules make sense? Oh, hold on. This would be helpful, I think. I'm looking to go this way, by the way, like whatever way that is. There are reality shows where the rules are attuned to basically lean towards some sort of fair or at least comprehensible outcome. And then there's reality shows where it really does feel like they are just making stuff up as they go. They have no idea what's going to happen from week to week, and the rules are constantly a-changin'. I can't believe he can't climb up here. It's not going to happen. So, how do we get over here? We can see here that there's like a ramp, and if I go over here... Sorry, I will continue my thought on that, Caroluna. I'm just... Oh yeah, perimeter defense is buffed and super scared about it. So here's the part that I'm not understanding. That bridge goes up on top of there. If there's no other way up there, then that can only be an exit. But why bother making it an exit? You could just drop down. So it really feels like there should be some way up from in here. Let me turn on my light. I always forget which button it is. There we go. I don't see any other way up there. Oh, it's going to be one of those Angel overlooks the bow moments, isn't it? I can try parking the car over there and then climbing up on top of the car. this doesn't really seem like a... Oh, wait. Oh, Club, thank you so much for the resubscription. 18 months. Holy hell. A year and a half. Club, I hope that you're doing really well. Mia, thank you very much for doing the shout out to Jade May. Club, we were lurking in Jade May's stream the other day. She had like 40, 50 people in there playing RuneScape. Please pass on my congratulations. I love to see her channel growing. I full on don't think this will work. But we'll give it a shot. I feel like if this works, it is unintended. Yeah, I want to say it was RuneScape. Okay, so watch him not climb the ladder. Oh my god. And now I'm trapped in here forever. Yeah, I mean, there's probably some very, very precise way to jump on so that such that this happens. Oh, you know what I could probably do? Hey, Chum Bucket. Yeah, let me see if I can... try to back up here. Chum Bucket actually, he drives much more slowly because he's trying to keep the sniper rifle steady, so sometimes you can get a little bit of more finer degree control in there. Okay. Okay, this is so clearly not what I'm intended to do, and yet I'm not gonna keep doing this, I promise, but I just want to try. Go! Okay. Let's stop being silly. Oh, you know what I can do, though? For real? Jump up on top of this and try to see over there? How did I get up here the first time? Clearly not through skill. Alright. So I'm feeling like that ladder is the exit, and I don't see a way up onto that ramp. So where do we go to get over that way? I'm going to rerun this map, this little maze, and we're going to see what we can find. Now, I'm concerned that this is all leading in the opposite direction, but maybe we'll turn around, you know, maybe there'll be like a U-turn here. We get up on top of a thing and it leads us back in the direction that we want to head. Like this. Yeah, hold on. This could be something. Okay, so there's the car, and I just want to go right over here. Yeah, way more productive than just hopping up and down on that car. Okay, I don't know why he missed his thrust. Yeah, you get over there with your buddies. But yeah, honestly, the circle feels a little bit like it's a reality show made specifically for introverts, or rather, you know, if not full-on introverts, people that don't feel particularly comfortable interacting in social spaces, because you have a lot of control over how much you are or are not interacting with the others. You can leave the chat, the text chat at any time. It's all audio based, so it's just you talking to the cameras. I love the conceit that the circle is some sort of an AI entity that is helping to link them together, because it's so plainly, oh, I wasn't expecting the double attack. It's so plainly like an intern sitting back there desperately hacking out whatever it is that they're talking about. Get me the picture with the blue overalls. No, the other one. That one right there. Okay. Smiling, winky face, mind-blown crying emoji. No, the other one. Just, I love the idea of, like, these poor summer interns back there desperately trying to translate their social media speak. Oh, really? He's still kicking, huh? Every time I look over and chat, like, it's just here's the thing, every once in a while chat just like stops working, and then 5 minutes later it'll be like reconnecting to chat, and I would just feel bad if I was missing anything. If people are lurking or watching quietly, that is absolutely fine. I just get a little bit nervous that there might be comments that aren't showing on screen. And by the way, insert Caraluna's call for Chatty. Chatty is the chat app that both he and Samlander use, and it is honest to God born exclusively out of a desire to try to keep the streaming setup as simplified as possible, and it's probably to my detriment that I just sort of want to be able to hit the stream button and let it ride. Mia says, oh, I think we just did it. That I've missed nothing other than the really important thing that she had to say. But yeah, watching The Circle, and this is not going to be a major topic, it is very hard not to look at Mia's antipathy towards reality television series in general, and for strangers whom she does not know, and say it would be incredibly entertaining to watch her on a series like this. Like, yes, you are living in an apartment that has cameras and so forth, but I think they're mostly just there so that they can get you discussing aloud whatever. Like, I think there's one rule to get cast in The Circle, and that's a willingness to, see if this sounds familiar, by the way, talk aloud about what you're thinking and what you're doing and why. In other words, it's the exact same skill set that people use when streaming. So literally everybody watching this that streams themselves in any way could probably go on The Circle and have a better than even chance of winning $100,000. Oh, yes, please kick this down. Kick. Now, the final question that I have, is there any reason at all that this ramp up here exists? Yeah, as I thought. Absolutely not. Samlander says, I'd take $100,000. I'd pay off my house. So, actually, Samlander, I may have shared this at one point. I don't actually know. Let me refuel? Probably. Doesn't show me how high this is. So, it wasn't me, and it wasn't a direct friend of mine, but a friend of a friend once sold off a URL on the internet for a very large amount of money, like at least relative to him. It was a real windfall. And what he did with that money was he paid off his student loans, he paid off like his car and other things that had payments on them, and basically made a series of decisions that you would think of as being fairly responsible, right? You're paying down your existing debts, you're going to save on all of that that interest and so forth. Like, that's a pretty good... What the Oh, because on this side of the wall, I was like, wait a second, why is it going to route me all the way around here? Yeah, it's going to go through the jaws. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm going to drive directly there and fall off of the wall, because I'm pretty sure that I can... Boy. You know something? I think I'm making a bad mistake by doing this. What if we just head due south? Just straight south? Yeah. Let's do this. Maybe we can cut some time off of this, or maybe this will be a big mistake. So, what he did was he did the Samlander equivalent of paying off his house, and said in retrospect that was a big mistake. Why was that a big mistake? Well, what his site was on it after the fact was that if he had put all of that money away and just pretended it didn't exist, or more specifically, it wisely invested it in some safe, long-term gains that would have matured over the course of 5 or 10 years, and just kept paying off what his, he already had payment plans for all of those things that I just listed. The student loans, the house, everything like that. Those were already within his budget to pay for. So although it wouldn't have been beneficial to him at the time, when he sat down and did the math, if he had just stayed with the budget that he already had and taken that windfall, set it aside, and allowed it to mature for a few years, he would have been a lot better off. Now again, what he did not do was go out and spend it on, you know, hookers and blow or something like that, which might be fun for a short amount of time, but you wind up with nothing at the end except maybe some good memories and maybe some visitors that come around every once in a while, and you take medication to keep them away. But at the end of that, you know, it's not going to feel real good about, like, man, I had a chance to do something here. Well, he had a chance, and he made a responsible choice, but maybe not as good as one that he would have wanted to. So it's just a thought.
Well, you take care of business.
All right, let me chat with this person.
Hear me. Hear me not. Just to give thank yous to users. I can now deal direct with Pink Eye. Don't gotta go through the jaw no more. Don't gotta pay no Scrotus's hatchet men. Thanks to users. Thanks extended.
Thanks to uses. I feel like just thanks. Or maybe thanks to you. Fewer syllables. Less Gollum. Alright, so I'd kind of like to do this as well, and again, it's mostly for the survey crew parts. Even though I don't care about what the survey brings me, I do like the idea of just having the, what's it called? My phone is lighting up, so let me just take a quick look here. Just want to make sure that everything's okay. Okay. What Mia has done is she has selected... And obviously I wouldn't put this on stream anyway, but has selected some of the profile pics that she would probably put onto the circle. One of them, I think, might lead to some confusion over which of the characters she is, and the others are very fun. Oh, and Shannon, no. Oh, sorry, I'm completely misreading this. What does this say? I'm sorry, you guys, this is very dark, and the brightness on the phone is dialed way the hell down. What does this say? Oh, it's a typo. Okay. Sorry, I need to stop interpreting this. I'm now mesmerized by this. I'm so sorry. Okay, enough dead silence. I have on occasion had text malfunctions that go to Mia or HW or others where I am doing like the swipe typing, and the things that it's putting out are just, they're not even close. They're not even remotely close to what I'm swiping in. So I will, and at the end I'm just like, fuck it. And I'll just like hit send, and they'll get a message that says something like, oh, you know what particularly fun swipe thing? Hello to Azaric. You know what particularly fun swipe thing that my card does, that my phone does? My phone is convinced that when I'm swiping along this pattern, I'm definitely never seeing you, like Y-O-U. I'm definitely seeing yippee. Because which of those two words are you more likely to be typing in at any given moment in your life? You or yippee? Apparently, my phone believes that I am an extremely joyous person, because every single time I try to go Y-O-U, it invariably autocorrects to yippee. So Mia and HW and friends will get texts from me that say things like, yippee bear, go from the pond to you. Hold on. Oh, that was just me flubbing it. And that's a quarter what I got from Mia now, and I was just trying to work out what it was supposed to say. But they were ultimately pictures. Dodge. Can I get that? No. Okay. And I'm sorry, did I not say hello to Azric? I'm very worried that I didn't say hello to Azric. Alright, let me grab this. Oh, ammo belt is full. Also, I feel like I got to greet Club and thank him very, very much for the resubscription, but then didn't really get to follow up. I hope that he is doing well, specifically because, as we've talked about on many occasions over the really last year and a half, Club has been a friend of the stream for years. I mean, like, Mia has, like, Gi 18,000 rather. Club was, and continues to be, like, one of the longest running supporters and visitors to the stream, and I didn't know for a very long time that he works as a frontline medical worker, and especially in the era of COVID, that has become so important. Like, it's never not been important, but COVID has really underscored the degree to which people working in that profession put themselves on the line and are willing to go to extreme, sometimes very personally costly lengths to protect others and to try to keep them alive for a few more hours, an extra day or two, so that they have a chance to be on the mend. I'm just saying that I'm looking for one more piece of scrap. Where is it? Because I just want to walk away from here, and I don't actually care about the scrap, but... Hello to Brian! Brian, I hope that you're also having a nice Monday. And mostly I saw that Club stopped by Mia's stream yesterday, I think it was, and said things are good. Things are fine with him, and I just hope that continues to be true. Yeah, Brian, I was very interested to see that you've moved on to My Time at Porsche. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on that? Oh, wait, is that it? That box of scrap right over there. Is that somehow part of this? There we go, everyone. I defeated 30 enemies with a melee weapon just then, just while you were watching. I hope you enjoyed it. There we go. All right, I was being a little bit too narrow-minded in where I was looking. Yeah, Brian, what are your thoughts on My Time at Porsche? My Time in Porsche? Because we got a chance to watch McMaster. It might have been McMaster, or it might have been his wife Sonky was playing that on stream, and it was compelling enough to make me pick it up at one of the subsequent Steam sales. I think it was still in early access at the time, but now pardon me, now it is in full release. Oh, Leopard! Thank you so much for the raid. Leopard, I hope you had a fantastic stream. We are just playing some Mad Max. Oh, and trying to avoid those landmines. Mia, if you have an opportunity, can we do a shout out for Leopard? I'd love to know what she was playing. Okay.
Run, you mongrel!
I gotta say, as much fun as, you know, the Speed Demon has its benefits, but I do miss the more tanky vehicle that we were using just before this. It was Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So, Leopard, I want to be very careful about how I ask the questions, because not everyone in chat has played Mass Effect, and I know at least some who intend to do so. But were you in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3? Oh. Okay, do I want to get inside? Shoot this person next. Are you serious? Okay, maybe I'm misunderstanding which part of this is ahead. How about... No, it's just cheating. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I want to shoot from here. Leopard just finished up the Skyfall DLC in Mass Effect 1. I played both of the DLCs for Mass Effect 1, and that was definitely the one that I preferred of the two. Yeah, of the Mass Effect games, and again, I'm going to be very, very careful about what I say. It's purely going to be about the fact that the like nothing story related.
Shot in there has shot his last.
I swear to God. There we go. I don't know why that wasn't working from the other end. Mass Effect 2, of all the Mass Effect games, Mass Effect 2 specifically got a lot better with the DLC packs added.
And join together with the massive sacrament of the piston.
Leopard never got to do either the DLCs for Mass Effect. I will be interested in your thoughts on the whole once you've, and maybe you've already done them both. Brian says, my thought are fun and relaxing game of My Time in Portia, easygoing. I picked up for $8 last week on PS4. Yeah, they had like a big sale going. All right, there's the entrance. Now, the question is, how do I, as a human who doesn't often want to be on fire, get in there? And the answer is probably going to... Ow! Wow, I really thought I was out of range. Okay, less fire, please. So, I don't see, like, a pipe. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. However, I cannot hit that... Sorry. I cannot hit that from here. Not with my shotgun. So, we're gonna go get the car and probably sniper bullet it. Yeah, for the first Mass Effect, I feel like if those DLC packs were not included in the Legendary Edition, you'd be okay. You'd be okay. You wouldn't worry about it too much. If the DLC packs were not included for Mass Effect 2, that would be, and they are, but that would be incredibly detrimental to the quality of the product. Oh, I do also see a war cry up there. I think I'm getting a good angle on him here. There we go. What a nice feature that you can have Chum Bucket drive for you. Here, just get positioned. The second DLC data was corrupted and never made it over to the Legendary Edition. Leopard, I gotta tell you, so since it's not in there, and like, here's the thing about that second thing. I'm going to talk about that second DLC, and if people are concerned, like, whoa, it's gonna, like, spoil things. There are actually no spoilers to be had because there was effectively no story content to it whatsoever. The second DLC pack for Mass Effect 1 was basically a series of Danger Room or holodeck missions. So if you played Mass Effect 1 and you said, well, the best thing here is the combat, and I definitely want more of this combat. This is the thing that I think works the best in Mass Effect, the first game. Yeah, that DLC was there for you. No one anywhere held that opinion. Like, Mass Effect is a good game. I like it a lot. The combat is the second worst thing after driving the original Mako, which I know has been greatly overhauled in the Legendary Edition. So that DLC pack was a huge disappointment to people, especially me. The second DLC pack felt like a giant cash-in. It was just a series of very rudimentary combat missions against holographic enemies. By this point in the game, you will have already completely reached max level. There were no special unlocks, any new weapons, any carryovers to future playthrough. There was no meaningful story content at all, to the best of my knowledge. And I'm sure that, like, the people that are exhaustively familiar can probably come up with some minor callback that happened, but I played Mass Effect 1 probably 4 or 5 times in total, including my friend HW. And I played Mass Effect 2 a bunch of times, and then Mass Effect 3 at least a couple times, and I cannot tell you a single thing in that DLC that mattered at all. Yeah, as Leopard says, no one said that about Mass Effect, the combat. Brian says no Twitter account. Oh, yeah, Mia was asking if Brian has a Twitter account. Yeah, I like... Brian, if for no other reason than to give people another vector to know when you're live, it might be, you can sign up for a Twitter account and just call it whatever you like. And in OBS Studio, for example, there's a button, like a little toggle switch, that allows you to automatically send a tweet when you go live. So that gives people another vector, like if they're following your Twitter account, they can... just see when you go live from that. So it might be helpful. Grumpy does not like Mass Effect. I have to say, to be honest, the first Mass Effect, it took a while to grow on me. And again, as I talk about this, I really want to assure people that have not played it, I can be incredibly careful. I have a very expansive view of what qualifies as a spoiler, and I can be extremely careful to avoid anything plot related, or even mechanically related. I don't know that there's any mechanics in Mass Effect that would, warrant a spoiler warning. If anything, I feel like there's some good advice to even understand how the interface is put together, because there's things that I didn't know for an embarrassingly long time into that game, and that I would really want to share with people. It's not spoilers about, like, you should do this. It's more like, hey, the way this menu is organized, you can just, like, move your cursor over and see really important details about this menu that the game really does not highlight very well. But we'll move on to say that I played the first Mass Effect game came out while it came out, I think, slightly before I had some very significant surgery, and I was at home and recovering. I was extremely sleep deprived and not feeling very well. Leopard says, by the way, I've had 6 playthroughs for Mass Effect 1, 9 for Mass Effect 2, and 1.95 for Mass Effect 3. I couldn't finish my second playthrough of Mass Effect 3 because I was so upset. Well, we will probably leave aside the reasons for being upset, but just in case it's story related or anything, I look forward to sharing with Mia some details about my own Mass Effect 3 playthrough after she has had a chance to play it, because things happened that didn't go the way I would have liked, and I came to believe they were inevitable, because after all, I make such good decisions all the time, and then discovered that they were not, and I was just making very bad decisions. Yeah, so I was not in a very good headspace when I played Mass Effect 1 for the first time, and I recognized that, and spent some time weighing whether or not I wasn't having a lot of initial fun with Mass Effect over, is there something disappointing about the game, or am I simply not in a mind space that can have fun with this right now? And I gotta tell you, one thing that actively reduced my enjoyment was I read the prequel novel before I played the game. And the prequel novel, I thought, was awful. I thought it was really bad, and I've talked about this some in the past, the Mass Effect novels feature a character who is the worst Mary Sue. I have to say that after... Oh boy. How to phrase this? At the time, and for many years later, the character in the Mass Effect books, her name is Kaylee Sanders, was the worst Mary Sue character that I had ever seen in a published novel. I've seen at least one since then, and unfortunately I can't remember the name of the book, but I've seen at least one since then that was actually worse, which was a really impressive accomplishment. But suffice to say, because I feel like I've talked about Kaylee Sanders in the past, Mass Effect 1 got off on a bad foot because I wasn't feeling really well, and I was very, very uncomfortable and sleep deprived, and I was really struggling with how low the frame rate was on the original Xbox 360. I mean, it's like 15 frames per second, you guys. It's really bad. Gloomfy says Moo is opening up the house. I'm melting. Is it because is sunlight coming in, or is it the fresh air, or the humidity? What is the melting, or is it raining inside? Because I kind of doubt that Moo would do that, but I mean, usually it's water that causes people to melt. Oh, and sorry, I should really finish the thought. Over time, and like when I say over time, I mean over the course of that first playthrough, my opinion of Mass Effect grew better as it went and as I learned more about it. And it was on my second playthrough that I really enjoyed it a lot more. And I attribute that change very much to the different character that I played. Like basically the different character class that I chose, the other different options that I chose. Again, I want to be very careful not to say too much. And by the way, ditto goes for Mass Effect 2. When I first played Mass Effect 2, I found it a little bit disappointing because I found it very perfunctory. And what sort of got us off on this particular topic is, in Mass Effect 2, it is once you add in all the DLC adventures that it feels like a full package. It's not that without the DLC it's not a full game, but it feels, unfortunately I can't think of a better word in the middle of this scrum than perfunctory. It feels like it's very to the point. We have a very specific job to do. We're going to go do that job. There's very little in the way of meaningful detours of any kind. And coming off of the first Mass Effect, where there were so many detours to pursue, for better or ill, I found that, like, in its original release state, Mass Effect 2 felt a little bit lacking. And then after the DLC packs were put in, my opinion of it grew tremendously. Yeah, Leopard, that's a really good word for it. It feels robust. Kofi says hello to Azric and Brian. Yes, Fresh Air, my arch nemesis. Leopard came in after Mass Effect 2 and all of its DLCs. I found it on discount at a game shop, bought both 1 and 2, and finished them before Mass Effect 3 came out. Yeah, I have strong opinions, so I don't need any water right now. I have very firm opinions on which version of Shepard I think does a better job of voice acting, which version of Shepard I find more compelling as a character. And I mean, my thoughts on this are so strong. Oh, look! Oh, they were building another effigy or whatever, insignia. I wish you could smash this one up too. My opinion is so strong on this that in my personal view, like, you can actively harm your game by choosing what I deem to be the incorrect version of Shepard, and I come to that having played both versions of Shepard. I'm not making an assumption. I'm not going based on something that I saw online, and I'm not leaning into a meme. I earnestly, honestly feel that one Shepard is markedly less fun, less engaging, a poorer representation of the character than the other. And you'll notice that I'm not saying which one, because I'm actually not looking to force people around to my way of thinking or urging them to like abandon the version of Shepard that they like. I don't want anybody to feel bad if they don't agree with me, but yikes. And the thing is, I shouldn't be so cagey because I've said it outright in previous streams about this. Beauty is life. Beauty is family. Beauty is eternal. That last one. As long as there is life on this planet, beauty will follow. I can't imagine any other way. Feeling good. Signed, Abby.
Did it die too? Beauty.
How has there not been like a Saturday Night Live sketch of Mad Max as Debbie Downer? Leopard is doing a FemShep run as an infiltrator this run. Mia says, Angel has informed me precisely which version I am to play, when I'm to play. There'll be no varying from this. Well, he's, quote, forcing me, but I'm completely okay with it. Leopard played equal amounts with male and female Shepards. Yeah, and Leopard, so had I through Mass Effect 1 and 2. I played all the way through Mass Effect 1 as male Shepard. I played all the way through Mass Effect 1 as female Shepard. And then I did exactly the same thing in exactly the same order for Mass Effect 2. With respect to anyone who disagrees, I'm not trying to dump on your opinion. FemShep is correct Shep. She just is. And I'm not saying that because it's like a meme or something like that. And I don't want to shit on Mark Mears. I'm sure he's a very nice guy. He is just outclassed in this one specific sense. I don't know that he, like, I don't want to say that he did a bad job, but his, like, you can, I actually did this with my friend HW. After we had played through Mass Effect 2, we were looking up videos or something. Like, he had a question about like how things might have gone differently. So we pulled up some videos of Mass Effect 2, and the videos like here's an alternate view on this, and it was somebody who had made opposite decisions, except this player was using the male Shepard. And HW, I didn't say a word to him. I didn't say anything to him at all. HW, who doesn't give a shit about any of this stuff, was like, what's... Like, is that what male Shepard is like? He's just this completely blank, boring, like cardboard cutout of a character? Why are all of his line readings so flat? So I know that every time this topic comes up, it sounds like just continuously dunking on Mark Mears, and I don't want it to be, because the dude's a professional voice actor. He's been at it way longer. I don't know where to go, you guys. Do I just leave? Am I done here? No, I still need the survey crew parts. Balls. It's actually the only reason that I came here. Brian's gonna go play some new Diablo. Okay, enjoy, Brian. And also, is that on PlayStation? Are you playing that on PlayStation 4? And if so, how does that work? Diablo 3 was an excellent game on... I'm just looking at the same areas over and over again. Diablo 3 was an awesome game on console. I tentatively argue that it's better than the PC version. I certainly had more fun with it. And I know that shouldn't be true. I know people are going to be like, that is garbage. What are you saying? I'm just saying... My friends and I had more fun playing Diablo 3 on the PlayStation 4 than we did playing it on the PC. And by a wide amount. And yes, it was post-patch. Sam Melander says... Oh, wait. Leopard says both Shepards still had some very cringe lines in Mass Effect. That first move out shout is so cringe. And then Sam Melander says, if there are voice actor problems and they're using professional VAs, then the problems aren't the VAs. They're... that the director hired the wrong voice actor, or the director is doing a poor job of directing the correct voice actor. That sounds fair. Like, this year, I think it was this year, maybe it was last year, whenever it was that the Legendary Editions came out, there was and actually I guess they've done this a few different times, there was a reunion event that had Jennifer Hale and Mark Mears. Actually, I don't know if Mark Mears came to this one, but it definitely had Jennifer Hale, and it had like the voice actors of some of the other major characters. And let's gloss right over who they are because, again, spoilers. But at least on one of them, whether it was this year or a previous year's, there were people heaping praise on Jennifer Hale for her performance as Shepard, and she would, every once in a while talking about how much this character meant to her and how happy she was that people enjoyed her so much, say, but all the love to Mark, and it became apparent, or I started to feel like Jennifer Hale is very, very happy and humbled by the amount of attention that performance has brought. Like, she, again, professional voice actor. She's been doing this for decades. She knows her craft, but Shepard is the character that made her like a household name. And so that character means a lot to her. And Shepard is only one half her. There's another voice actor that is every bit as Shepard as she is, but it did not have the same impact, I don't think, on his career. And that's disappointing. I don't celebrate that fact, but Jennifer Hale just crushed it. She was so good in that role. Oh, hello to Force. Brian is saying that he believes Diablo 2 will play the same as Diablo 3. And Leopard says, yeah, scene directions for the voice actors is critical for lines. Now, an element of it may be that different scene direction works different for different actors. They're not machines. You don't just feed the same set of instructions into every actor and produce the same results. But it's notable to me that presumably they had the same voice actor, like the voice director and team, working with both versions of Shepard. And if I understand it correctly, I believe it's true. This was actually covered in one of the reunion interviews that I watched. Again, it might have been this year, it might have been a previous one, but Jennifer Hale talked about the fact that, like, her lines, and I guess Mark's lines, were recorded first because there were so many of them. So they didn't have the luxury of hearing anyone that they were playing against. They would come in, do the lines, and they'd record, come back late at a later date, record more lines, it's like more of the script or whatever was done. Let's just see if we can get a 2-for-1 here. We will ignite, we will drop. So, like, in both cases, the actors are playing against no one, operating exclusively off of whatever the voice direction is, and one of them did such an iconic job, and the other one just, at a minimum, we'll say, didn't get the same level of acclaim. If it's the same... I guess I'm just curious what the director could have done differently to raise both performances to an equivalent level of quality. Sandler says, this is why I said that they hired the wrong voice actor. The director is hired before the actors, generally, so they need to find somebody that they can direct. Of course, with the recentish trend of hiring famous actors for voiceovers work, those decisions are often done before the director is hired. Yeah, celebrity voice actors mean so little to me. Is there any benefit to hanging out here? Can I just go? We have everything. I'm just like, I will straight up fast travel unless I can find like a zip line. All right, I am just going to fast travel. Go here? No. All right. So, actually, wait. Where am I going to fast travel? I do want to check out these because they're wasteland encounters. And Also, I do have at least one mission somewhere in the world, don't I? Yuck. Oh, also, what time is it? Oh, okay, we've got time. We've got time. We want to go to the Kyber Shard's watch party that will be taking place in Mia's Discord just after this stream. Mia says, when I become a celebrity voice actor, it will mean so little to you. Yes, actually, I'm going to complain a lot because the work, Mia, that you take could have been filled by lesser-known voice actors who would have been less distracting. Like, I am 150% supportive of Mia becoming a voice actor. I honestly think she would be fantastic about it. However, I will never be able to play any of her games because I will only hear Mia. And of all people, you want to know who actually has that problem? Tom Chick over at 2:45, because he has... Yeah, like, he personally knows or has known Troy Baker, I think it is. So as good of a voice actor as Troy Baker is, Tom Chick, like, knew him before he was as famous as he is now and, like, has talked to him a bunch. So all he can ever hear is Troy Baker. He can never get past that. Like, so whether it's BioShock or The Last of Us or, well, I mean, Troy Baker's in everything now, but all he hears is that guy that he knows.
Hey, you the driver who got the Blinky Blinks back to Outcrier all the way from Buzzardland? What say you help me out too? Looting it for ya. My sod brother, he in deep caca with a few war boys. You help him there, and all the hidden loot will be yours to take. What say? We got a deal?
A friend of the man you encountered is in trouble with some war boys close by. See if you can get help. See if you can help, and you'll get rewarded. Okay, is that find the hidden stash in the area? Yes. All right. See, I don't care about the stash, but I do like helping people out. Chivalry is saying to me, you would have the power to destroy video games for Angel. And a little Marquack. Yuri Lowenthal was at Christian Murawski's wake in celebration of life. I'm... Sorry, I know Yuri Lowenthal. Yuri Lowenthal play somebody in Persona 3. Didn't Yuri Lowenthal play Yosuke? Or am I completely making that up? Yuri Lowenthal is also a very famous voice actor. And you know something? I'm slightly concerned, Mark Quack, that now I might have been thinking of Yuri Lowenthal and not Troy Baker. Although I'm pretty sure that I've heard Tom's stories and that he was specifically talking about... Boy, now I'm worried that I have the detail wrong. But I guess the best way to put it is that I'm glad that there was a good turnout for Spider-Man's voice actor, and that he might know both. Yeah, that would make sense. Tom knows a lot of people. I'm glad that Christian's wake was well attended by people that knew him in life. He was for people who may not know by name who we're talking about. Tom Chick did a movie podcast with two of his friends, Christian Murawski and Kelly Wand. I'm always worried partway through a sentence that I'm going to forget somebody's name. But Christian Murawski passed away. Oh gosh, is it 2 years ago at this point? I'm going to hesitate on the exact time frame, but it was like, what really struck me about it was it hit me so hard when we heard it, and then realizing how much harder it must have hit all the people that knew him in life, because I only knew him through that podcast and his participation on the forum. So I can... Oh, hold on. I'm in a slight bit of trouble here. This is really gonna hurt. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get this ready. Okay, I'm gonna have to pop out.
In for the kill!
Sorry, 1 second.
See the subway!
Sorry, I wasn't expecting Glassjaw McGee to get out of this vehicle with the level 2 armor. Yeah, New Year's Eve 2019, so not quite 2 years ago. Leopard says, I'm terrible at hooking actors to voices. Even live-action things, I never say Actor X did this because all I ever see or hear is the character. I can't even pick Mark Hamill out of an animated show. I have gotten very adroit at recognizing Mark Hamill's Joker and Joker-adjacent voices. But... oh, wait, what the fuck am I driving? Hold on a second. This isn't mine. Get out of here. That is in no way a knock against Mark Hamill. That is just, you know, after you've heard variations on that theme for a while. Wait, my car is over here. You eventually learn to pick it up. I'll tell you this. And hello to Mio. No matter what I just said about, like... Now, I'm sorry. Because this is really going to bother me. Can somebody... No, not somebody, because then Mia will do it. Mia, you keep your hands off the keyboard. Can, like, Marquardt or somebody take a look to see, did Yuri Lowenthal played somebody in Persona? And now it's really going to bother me as to who that was. Because I can't remember if it was Yosuke. I know who it wasn't, right? But I don't know who it was. Balls, that's going to bother me. Because Yuri Lowenthal is married to Tara Platt, and I'm oh, no. Did he play the protagonist in Persona 3? Was he just, like, mumbles and grunts and, like, saying the names of all the Personas? Was that it? Oh, wait, I'm getting shot. I'm distracted by the fact that Mia is typing in chat that her hands are off the keyboard. I have reason to doubt. Press X to doubt. Whether or not Yuri Lowenthal played a character in Persona is like the least important thing, but I'm trying to remember. Okay, I really felt like I should have had an opportunity to prevent that. He was protagonist Ryoji. Well, that's not the character's real name. The character's real name in Persona 3 is the one that I gave him. But noted, apparently canonically it's Ryoji Mochizuki in Persona 3. I thought no. Okay, so canonically it's like Yu Nakamiya, and that's like YU or something like that in Persona 4, and canonically it's like Akira somebody in Persona 5, I think. I do not perceive them by those names. The Persona 4 protagonist, I'm sorry, but it just is. People don't like it, but it just is. The protagonist in Persona 4 is Charlie Tanoku. He just is. As far as I'm concerned, Charlie Tanoku is forever and a day the canonical name of that character, if for the sole purpose of recognizing and paying homage to Ryan Davis, where if you actually watch the first episode of the Giant Bomb Endurance run of Persona 4, it was actually Ryan Davis that gave him the name Charlie Tuna, at which point Vinny Caravella adjusted the name to Charlie Tanoku, so it wasn't such a, like, joke name on the nose. In every version of Persona 4 that I've ever played, including the one that I played before I watched the Endurance run, but I knew that that's what the name is, the name of that character is Charlie Tanoku. I am slightly disappointed that that did not canonically become the name when they did Persona 4 the animation. Like, it's unrealistic, it's unreasonable to think it ever would have been, but come on. Boy, I'm having a fun stream reminiscing about those who have passed. Sorry. Oh, so some truly seriously and legitimately, there are some wonderful people that are no longer with us, and it is good and cathartic to remember them every once in a while in happier times, and to remember the joy that they gave us. And Christian Murawski, like, I cannot begin to guess the nature of the relationship between Yuri Lowenthal, who I do not know, and Christian Murawski, who I also did not know. I was never fortunate enough to have known him. But I know the quality of their work. Christian with his podcast and Yuri with his voice acting, and their profession. Well, I guess the podcast wasn't a profession for Christian, but they brought me a lot of happiness and entertainment and joy, even though they never knew who I was. And if there's a greater act of altruism in this world, I don't know what it would be. Just making people's lives better in ways that, I don't know. I think it's a really cool thing to be able to look back on your own existence and say that. I think that's why is this a thing? Hold on a second. There's just a dead end. There's nothing here. What did I miss? I thought I was doing this for something. Did I get the secret cache? I think I did. Okay. And like, let's be clear, Yuri Lowenthal was like, is reimbursed for his talent, as he should be. He doesn't do it for free. But I'm buying Spider-Man because I think Spider-Man is pretty cool and it looks like a fun game. The fact that we also get top-notch voice acting feels a little bit like a bonus. It's not. It's all part of the package and is extremely important to the quality of the package. But it still feels like, man, Yuri Lowenthal's really good at what he does. Tara Platt is really good at what she does. The other actors in there, you know who got like a star-making turn in that, and I will never be able to remember his name because like Mia has looked it up. The voice actor who played Dr. Octavius. What a performance in that game. When you consider all of the other voice actors that are in there, that dude fucking nailed it. Like, we want to talk about voice acting, voice performances, voice directing. The dude that played Otto Octavius in the Spider-Man game, like, he should have gotten, like bonus and residuals for that performance. He was so good. And again, that's not a knock against the other voice actors. I'm just like, yo, this guy brought it home.
Get down! The marksman!
Oh, okay, hold on. The auto aim on the sniper rifle is very aggressive, so if you ever see it drift or like aim at the railing, that's what's happening there. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read. I got to talking and then didn't read all the way through. So first of all, hello to Moo. I don't think that I said hello. I did see Moo come in. I can't tell a story and play a game at the same time. You've all witnessed this failure. But Moo, what we mostly want to see is the stream. We love it when you stream. It doesn't have to involve a story as well. I love watching Moo stream. And I feel like I didn't say sufficient hello to Mio. Hello to Mio also. You've been surprised how many people showed up who had never met Christian face-to-face and only knew him through the podcast or the forum. See, here's the thing. William Salyers played Doc Ock in the Spider-Man game. Yes, say his name and say it loud. Because I don't want it to sound like I'm dumping on anybody else. I will be a Tara Platt fan until the day I die. Her performance, not only her performance as Mitsuru Kirijo in Persona 3, but the fact that she returns to the role over and again. And again, I know that she gets paid, but some voice actors like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to play that actor that character anymore. I am so happy that Tara Platt will come back and play Mitsuru. And every time I hear Detective Watanabe, I hear like 80% Mitsuru, and I love that character, and I love Tara Platt as a voice actor. She's fantastic. It is within that scope that I say that William Salyers owns that game. He's so, and like I don't want to go into detail for the people who haven't played it and haven't seen it, and I'm worried that I'm overselling it. But for me, a good actor is defined by like a lot by their range. Can you do different stuff? Can you do things that are far apart? Can you do things that make you disappear into a role such that I don't recognize you? And I'm not even sure that I can recognize his performance from like where he is at the beginning to the middle to the end of that particular story. He has so much emotion in that performance, and the graphics are great, and the voice modeling is great. The face modeling is great, and the motion capture is great. But it is in the voice acting that it comes out, and I suspect that he probably did his own motion capture too. That's a guess. I don't actually know it. Anyway, yeah, William Salyers. Christ, he was good in that.
Want to race the champion? Let me see you still on crispy. Better beef up your car good, I say. And don't get too close to him, or you'll burn.
Oh, but what I was about to say about... Are we done? Making friends in Gastown? I think we're good. What I was about to say that is... Like, I am very, very glad to hear that Christian's Wake was well attended by people who were there and able to go and express how much his life and his work on the podcast and participation in the forums and all the rest, how much that meant to them. Because I would hope that that was in at least some small way heartening for the people that did know him in life and his family, that they could see, like, it wasn't just us. This man had a real impact on the world, and that's awesome. Also, I would feel very self-conscious. This is just a me thing. It's purely about me in this sentence. I would feel very self-conscious going to an event if I would love it if, like, Chum Bucket, we all love you, but could you put a sock in it? I would feel self-conscious about going to a wake for somebody that I didn't know, because I would feel a little bit like I was infringing on the time and attention and emotion of people that did. So if I knew that many other people were gonna go, then I think I'd be more likely to do so. But absent that foreknowledge, I have a weird social phobia about being in a place where I am infringing on other people's personal time, private time. You know, I would be concerned that this is a chance for people who knew him directly to share those memories. And if it's not, it's not. But that I'm just sort of describing what would have been my concern if I had lived within 1,000 miles of the event, and I did not. So there was never any chance of my being able to go. But yeah. Anyway, maybe there's some element that is heartening to people that knew him to know to hear this. What, like, almost 2 years later, people remember him fondly, and, you know, would want to celebrate his life. Sorry, I'm reading the Mia is enjoying the pounding on the table. I'm a big fan of voice acting. I think that it is a woefully underappreciated talent. I think that it brings so much to the games and the project. Like I think that the writing for Mad Max here is very funny because he's such a, like, he's so grimdark. Like, it comes across as comical to me. But I actually really, you know, this game, the voice acting is pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna gush over it. Oh, the game is taking revenge. It's very mad about what I just said. Am I or am I not wrong? There was no prelude to that. That dude just like, he was, okay. He was just watching. Oh man. I've been watching these drifters for days, but I know Mad Max is gonna turn up any day now. Day number 4. The Wanderers are still out there. No sign of Mad Max. Day number 14. I had to eat my own shit, but by God, I'm not gonna let these Wanderers out of my sight. Man, there he is! Just guns the engine. Comes over the ridge. I finally got him. He'll never get me. Boom. Jab is so glad he was here just in time for that. Oh, so was he. That guy had the best 15 seconds of his entire life. Okay, on with the rest. The car snuck up on you like it was a movie when someone steps out onto the street and somehow doesn't hear the oncoming truck. By the way, there is a ludicrous movie about like a haunted truck. I'm honestly trying to remember the name of it. And Marquardt, it is that over and over and over again. It's just like haunted truck is like it just magically knows where they are. It's trying to constantly run them off the road. And it's so silly that it's this giant truck. And no, it's not Jeepers Creepers, which has a like famous truck in it. I don't remember the name of it, unfortunately. Chumbucket, I promise we would all care about what you're saying under other circumstances. All right.
There's an uneasy balance here.
Mio's saying you'd make a great voiceover actor for an orc. Just add the words Git and Daka in that and you're in 40K. Yeah, I got a lot of practice during, what was it? Shadow of War? No, Shadow of Mordor. That was the good one. That was the one that I liked, at least. Yes, the glowing iridescent bottles. You know what I like? Meat. You know what I like? Promotions. Yeah, I like evil. Like, that's every orc in the entire game. They want meat, promotions, and evil. Some sort of violence. Not necessarily to themselves, but just in general. All right, buddy, what do you got for me? Oh, shit! I don't have time for this.
I, Crow Dazzle, bid you welcome to the Circle of Light. To the Circle of... Wait. I see you're not here to race. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm looking for a fighter to join the Gastown race. They say you know them all.
A shiny crow such as I is easily flattered. I may help you after all.
Give me a name.
Only but one left. Tenderloin. She used to ramble large. Now she sucks the mask day and night. But Crow thinks a shot at the bigs could make a bad girl right.
Where is she?
Out back, up in that gas. But tread careful. She still loves her a good murder.
So, Null, and hello to you, is guessing maximum overdrive. Oh man, that could be it. So, I accidentally started this mission. We're going to see what we can advance on it. However, in a very, very short amount of time, I need to jump out. Okay, where is all back? We need to wrap up so that we can go over to Mia's Discord for the most recent episode of Kyber Shards, which I have been looking forward to watching all week. Hello.
I need a fighter.
What does mother sucker just say to me? You wanna fight me?
No, I need a fighter. Someone to partner up for the Gastown races.
Races. The taste of blood on your lips. Your own, someone else's. It don't matter. You're alive while Death is all around.
Do you want to join me?
Yeah. If you do something for me first, square my debt with Crowdazzle, and I swear I'll get sober and murder up with you.
What do we think this is? Is this opium? Or like... Because it's something more than hash, I would think. Although that's a guess. So, Mio is saying Maximum Overdrive is the Stephen King movie with the insane truck, if that's what you were talking about. So, my response to that is that the movie I'm thinking of was nowhere near Stephen King, even Stephen King movie level of quality. It took place in the back... Let me describe it. Took place in the back roads, like through a bunch of woods, like a bunch of like back trails. And the truck was this ludicrously large... I don't remember if it was a pickup truck or if it was just like a truck, but it was this like really big menacing thing that they blacked out the windows and stuff, but was otherwise just a perfectly normal truck.
Tenderloin's dead.
Ha! That's her deal? A crafty fumehead she is. Crow can lift a wing and wipe the slate clean, but my charity ain't free.
State your wish.
Low down as such. You race for Crow, here, now. You bring the chills, and the spills, and the people drop bills. I let her debt slide.
Fine.
Not so fast, Buck. You ain't racing that funky junk here. That rubber ain't fit for my finery. Only speed demons on this track. You tune that car right, then you race my blacktop.
Can't race until the car's faster.
Yes, sir. Faster I can do. But I need parts.
Then we go get them.
Okay, that sounds like a good stopping place. Are we done? And Mia, thank you very much for pulling that clip. Okay. So I'm going to get in. I'd like to see what, if anything, is the next stage on this, because I want to make sure... Use the garage. Oh, perfect. To install upgrades for the speed demon. Okay, so what we'll do is press the wrong button.
The Guardian stands ready to honk and holler.
Yep, okay, so let's fast travel to basically anything. Let's go to Pink Eyes. I don't really like deep fries. No idea on that one, says Mio, and I've seen a lot of B movies. I saw this movie one time. Okay, and you know what? We're gonna stop it here, because otherwise I'm gonna run around and do the scrap project part. I will attempt to look up before next time, but it was... It felt like the entire movie was just them like, oh, whew, you guys, I think we lost the ghost truck! And then like the ghost was right behind them, and like it wasn't literally a ghost truck, but it was so abundantly clear to the viewer that it was a supernatural entity that was somehow able to track them, even though it's like there's no way that this truck would know where they are. It was a very tedious movie to watch. We're currently saying thank you for the fun stream. That face when you find out your spouse changed her mind about her burial arrangements on Twitch. I'm concerned that I didn't read enough of Moo's comments aloud. It's not to say that I didn't see them, including the fact that she wants to donate her body to science. I also, like every once in a while, although I would hope that my demise is never such that we would have to turn to Twitch viewers to provide legal testimony on what were Angel's wishes for his set aside. So, you guys, what I was going to say is that I want to donate all the organs. All the organs that can be used from my body should go to people who need them more than I do when I'm dead. Liver, kidneys, bones, skin, take it all, because I'm not using it anymore, and if I can make somebody else, like some burn victim's life, even a little bit better, here you go. Shiv is suggesting the movie might have been Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, it wasn't Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers was a good movie by a very, very, very bad person. A very bad person. It is impossible to discuss Jeepers Creepers without acknowledging that it was directed by... we don't have time to go into it today, but... yeah. I will attempt to find out the name of the movie with the black truck that was stalking everybody through the back roads, and it's it is 90% what I've already described. Just a truck driving menacingly behind people. So every single person on my follow list is offline. If anybody is either intending to go live by the end of this sentence or knows someone to whom we can raid, please let me know. And otherwise... Actually, I don't have an otherwise. I don't have any backup plan. I would love recommendations on who we could raid to. As we go, Moo says, LOL, I want you to go to the body farm. And Sam Linder says, my dad is donating his body to science. He's got an autoimmune disease and has been on high-dose steroids since before I was born. There's scientific knowledge to gain about what that has caused. Awesome. Let's do a raid over to Netheryam. I approve and also have no idea why we're not following Netheryam. I could have sworn that we were. Netheryam, let's do a quick shout out for Netheryam, is currently playing Minecraft. So hopefully that is still going on. Please join us in a raid over to Netheryam for some fun crafting in the world of Minecraft. And then we're going to bounce out and visit with Mia in the Discord for the latest episode of Kyber Shards. It is the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play that very recently has turned taken a turn back towards its original pitch of being sort of, at least in theme and tone, Dungeons & Dragons themed fantasy X-Men. And I'm very interested to see how that develops. So if you have not previously seen it, fear not, because they are turning a new page in the storyline, and I am very much looking forward to seeing how this unfolds. Yeah, I thought we were following Netheryam, Samalander, so we're going to correct that as we raid over. I am out of time, so again, thank you all so much. Thank you to Marquack and More Than a Mia, Moo, Ricardinho, Samalander, Jab, Mio, if I didn't just say that, Null, and the rest, but we're out of time. You guys, thank you very, very much, and I hope you all have a great night.